There are a couple different ways to graph a linear function. One of them is by making a table. So in example number 1, we're going to look at how to graph a linear function by making a table. So we're looking at the graph for negative 2x minus 3 equals y. We're going to make a table. So we have our x, we have our, which is our input, our independent variable. We have our expression, negative 2x minus 3, which we will plug our x's into. Then we have our y's, which is going to be our output, our dependent variable. And then we have a column here for the coordinates, right? Because the x and the y makes the coordinate that you actually plot onto the graph. So your first step is to choose any values of x from the domain and make a table. Unless otherwise specified, the domain of a linear function is all real numbers. So what they've done here is they've picked negative 4, negative 2, 0, 1, and 3 because it kind of spaces them out so you can get a good idea of what the graph is going to look like. Next, they take negative 4 and they plug it in for x because that is our input. So negative 2 times negative 4 minus 3. When you solve that down, you simplify, you get 5. So that means our output is 5. Our input is 4, negative 4. Our output is 5, which means that our coordinate, our point, is at negative 4, 5. Then they do the same thing for negative 2. You get 1. So negative 2, 1. And again for 0, 1, and 3. So we have the points negative 4, 5, negative 2, 1, 0, negative 3, 1, negative 5, and 3, negative 9. What we do with those points is we put them onto a graph. So we're going to take our points, negative 4, 5, negative 2, 1, 0, negative 3, 1, negative 5, 3, negative 9, and we plot them onto our graph. Remember, you always do the x first, then the y. And then the last step is to play connect the dots, and you draw a line through all of your points. Make sure that you put arrows on both sides because lines continue forever. And this is how you will do it mostly on your own. If you have a tool to graph, like a graphing calculator or something like that, you can graph the points using that. And connect those dots. My recommendation though is to do it by hand and just do your best to make it as accurate as possible because you need to become familiar with graphing by hand.